Welcome to the What Next presentation. This presentation explores what happens next after you've made your university application. So first of all, we look at interview days. So if you're invited for an interview, we look at what the day involves, but also how to make the most of it and how to prepare for it. We then look at the types of offers that you'll receive from a university. So these are unconditional offers and conditional offers. And then we help you make a decision around making your firm choice and insurance choices. After this, we then touch on accommodation, so looking at what's available for a student, whether that's living in halls, living in private accommodation, or living at home with your parents and carers and commuting in. And then we give you some key deadlines that you need to know around student finance, so where you can apply, how to apply, but also what you might be entitled to. We finish the presentation on A-level results day, so looking at what the day involves, but also what to do if you don't quite get the grades that you were expecting. If you've got any further questions afterwards, you can email us on enquiries@bishopg.ac.uk. You can also visit our website, which is www.bishopg.ac.uk, where there's actually a live chat function on there. And then lastly, you can always give us a phone call. So this is on 01522 583658. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Become the greatest you. Become the you who grew and grew. The latest you is well overdue, and this is your cue. Become the you that explored the new and challenged the make-do. The you that expanded your view. Break the tradition. Be the first. Be immersed. Break the rules and get recognition. Develop more than ever before. We'll guide and you'll achieve. Be amazed at what you can do and the career you'll pursue. You need support, you need challenge, and you need people just like you. You need room to grow, to try, to fail, and to try again. This stage, when you're unsure you can engage or stay on track, you'll look back. How you learnt and grew, how you took your cue, and you became you.
From this point onwards, we'll focus on the next stages that you can expect to happen after you've submitted your application. So these include a possible interview day at the university, waiting for your offers from those universities, making a decision on your firm and insurance choice, applying for student finance and also applying for accommodation, and then finally, A-level results day. The next stage is a possible interview. So you may be invited for an interview or an audition to talk through your portfolio with the university. This is an opportunity for the university to find out a bit more about you that they didn't get from the personal statement, but it's also a chance for you to find out more about the university as well. So don't worry about these days, they're fairly relaxed and usually you get a timetable so you know exactly what the day will include. There are some tips though that we would like to give you to prepare for an interview. So number 1, make sure you dress appropriately. So dress to the dress code, go smartly, make sure you're presentable. Step 2, it's always a good idea to arrive in good time, usually 15 minutes before the interview starts so you can get yourself a drink and get settled. Step 3, make sure that you go in with positive body language. So look like you want to be there, standing up straight and with your shoulders back. Number 4 is to try and expect the unexpected. So you will get a timetable, you'll know roughly what's going to happen, but be prepared for any questions that you might get asked. And don't worry if you need to look at your notes or take time to answer them. This is completely natural under the circumstances. And the last tip, tip 5, is to make sure that you go with some questions. So get all of your questions answered. Make sure you come away knowing exactly what the course is about, what the university is about, what the students there like about the university. The next stage of your application is waiting for offers from your universities. So you can monitor all of your offers on UCAS Track, which is a useful tool because you can log in and out of it at any time to check the progress of your applications. You'll need to wait until you've heard back from all 5 choices before going any further. But universities do have a deadline to get back to you by, depending on when you submitted your application. Once you've heard back from all 5 choices, it's then a good idea to look at all of the conditions involved with those offers. So are there any conditions that you weren't aware of that are part of the course? Or are some universities asking for more UCAS points than others? You need to make sure you've got a good picture of those offers and the conditions involved with them before going on to make your firm and insurance choice. In terms of the offers themselves, you may get offers such as a conditional offer or an unconditional offer, and we'll go into more detail about those later on. As I say, once you've got all of your 5 choices back and you're aware of all of the conditions attached to those offers, this is when you then make your firm and insurance choice.
So, the status of my UCAS application.
I sent my UCAS application off just before Christmas, just before we broke up for the Christmas break in college.
I sent mine around November, which was a month later than what my school wanted me to send it off by.
So I actually sent it off the last day of school.
I've done the personal statement, I've done everything, I've sent it in. Right now I just log on to Track to check if I've got offers.
So I'm applying for psychology. I've gotten all my offers back. All of them were conditional. I'm not surprised.
I've had all my offers back now, which is really exciting.
I'm just waiting for one university. The rest of them I've already heard back from.
I actually received an interview request from my second choice university and a portfolio request for one of my backup choices, and this morning I received a portfolio request for my first choice university, which is University of the Arts.
I have one interview so far with Sussex University for journalism. I'm just waiting for offers. I really want an unconditional offer and I'll be good, I'll be happy.
I think I've heard back from the ones that I wanted to hear back from, so I'm still really thinking about what choices I'm going to be making.
I definitely know that Liverpool will be my insurance because I love their course for psychology, but the hard choice right now is probably going to have to be who I make my firm. I'm currently deciding between Manchester and Edinburgh, and I'm contrasting the courses. I mean, there's a drastic difference between the two.
The unis that have given me offers, I'm going to go and see them and then try and decide what uni I want to go to, I guess.
I have no idea where I want to go, or even if I truly want to go to uni, so I've got a lot to think about.
I'm just going to be so glad when it's all over and done with and I've made my, final choice.
So that's currently where my UCAS application is at. It was a very long journey. Send it off when you want to send it off. Don't let the school pressure you, unless, of course, you have a certain deadline for your UCAS application. Make sure you're satisfied with your personal statement and don't lose hope.
We're now going to look at the types of offers in more detail, starting with conditional offers. So a conditional offer means you have a place as long as you meet the conditional requirements of the course. Most of the time, this means waiting for results day in the summer to check that you've got the right amount of UCAS tariff points for that course. However, sometimes there are other conditions too, so it's also worth asking the admissions team to see if there's anything else you need to do. An example of this is at BGU, for our teacher training courses, we'll need to see evidence of maths, English and science at grade C or grade 4 at GCSE level in order for you to come onto the course. And you'll need to show us your certificates for that before September. That's one example. Another example could be the university asking for 112 UCAS points, including a C in maths. In this example, you might be able to show that you've got a C in maths at GCSE. However, you will need to wait until summer for your results to show that you've got the 112 UCAS points that they're asking for. The next type of offer you might receive are unconditional offers. So what do they mean? Well, firstly, congratulations. This means the offer is yours no matter what, so you don't have any further conditions that you need to meet. And this usually means that the admissions team have looked at your application as a whole and they're really impressed with it and they would like you to study at the university. What aren't they though? Well, first of all, they're not a reason to stop progressing with your level 3 qualifications, because these are really important in bridging the gap of knowledge between your current studies and university level studies. Also, they're not a reason to accept the offer straight away, so it's still a good idea to wait for all of your offers to come through, have a look at the course details, ask your questions to the university, and make sure that you're making a well-informed decision. They're also not offered to every applicant, so don't expect to receive one from all of your choices. The final type of offer that you need to be aware of is a conditional unconditional offer. So a conditional unconditional offer gives you a place regardless of your level 3 qualifications, much like a usual unconditional offer. However, there then is a condition that you make the university your firm choice. So under these circumstances, I think it's a good idea not to rush into any decision, still wait for all of your offers to come through, look at all of those offers and the conditions attached to them, and then make a well-informed decision from there. The next stage in your application is making those decisions on the offers that you've received from your 5 choices. Your firm acceptance is your first choice of university and course that you want to study. Remember, if it's an unconditional offer that they've given you, the place is yours. If it's a conditional offer, the place is yours as long as you meet the other conditions that they've stated. Your insurance acceptance is the backup choice to a conditional firm acceptance. So here you should be going for something with lower offer conditions that you still think you can achieve, whilst also making sure it's somewhere you'd still be happy to go. Once you've made your firm and insurance choices, you'll need to decline any other offers you get. You can decline them all and add more courses in the UCAS Extra service if you want to. Once you've made your decisions, it's then time to think about applying for student finance and also looking at the types of accommodation that are available to you. Student finance opens in February, and in order to get your student finance on time, you need to apply by the 31st of May. When you enrol at the university will then let student finance know. Student finance will then pay you the loan in instalments throughout the year. If you're unsure about what you can receive, you can visit the Student Finance England website to calculate what you're entitled to. Although when you first get your loan you might feel that you don't need to worry about money, remember it's really important to budget, as your loan will need to pay for your accommodation, resources for your course, and also living costs. In terms of accommodation, there are lots of choices available to you, and on the screen you can see the 3 main types. Firstly, you have on-campus accommodation, which is living in the halls of residence, usually on the campus of the university. These are owned by the university and normally are reserved for first-year students. The second option is for shared rented housing. Although some first-year students do use this, most of the time it's second or third-year students that use this type of accommodation. And lastly, you can stay at home. So many of our students live at home with their family, where they've got their home comforts and they'll commute in for their lectures and seminars every day. You can usually start your accommodation application once you've accepted an offer of a place on a course, but check with your university for details of the process. On A-level results day, you'll find out the qualifications that you've achieved for your level 3 studies. If you got what you expected and you met your conditions, congratulations, you're going to your first choice university and you'll be starting in September. If you just missed your offer or you didn't quite get the grades you expected, don't panic, there's still lots of options available through routes such as clearing. On a previous slide, I mentioned clearing as an option for those that didn't meet the conditions of their offers. Well, clearing is also an option for those that are applying after the 30th of June. for those that didn't receive any offers or none that they wanted to accept, and also for those that have declined the places using the Decline My Place button in Track. On this slide, we've included a short video that goes into clearing in more detail to tell you what it is and what it involves.
If you didn't get the grades you were hoping for, it's not the end of the world. Keep calm and find an alternative university course you're happy with through UCAS clearing. So, what is clearing? It's the official process that helps students without a uni and unis with vacant places to find one another. The number of students finding a place in clearing has grown massively in recent years, so you're not alone. But don't dilly-dally either. How does clearing work? On results day, UCAS Track will tell you if you're eligible for clearing. If you are, you'll find your clearing number here. You'll need this when you contact universities, along with your UCAS personal ID number. A pen and paper will be handy too. Now it's over to you to search for courses with vacancies. The UCAS website shows live clearing places, but it's worth checking which university to see if a course or uni is right for you. Read student comments and satisfaction ratings as well as graduate stats before going any further. Once you're happy, pick up the phone and call the university to apply. They'll have a special clearing hotline open, but be patient. Clearing calls can vary. They might just want to confirm your grades, or you might have a mini interview, so be prepared to talk about things you wrote in your personal statement. They may make you an offer over the phone. If they do, and you want to take it, you need to add them as clearing choice on Track. They'll confirm this and you'll receive a confirmation letter from UCAS. The majority of vacancies are published in August. However, spaces at popular universities fill up quickly. If you get better results than you thought you were going to,
you can use UCAS adjustment to trade up for a course with higher entry requirements. Find out more at which.co.uk/results day.
That's the end of the presentation. I hope you found it useful. Remember, if you've got any questions, you can email into inquiries@bishopg.ac.uk. You can also visit our website where you can chat to a member of staff on there. Or alternatively, you can call us on 01522 583658.